to Cheers, weeknights at 7.
Uh-oh, there's my intro. Excuse me, dear, I got a show to do. That's all up to you. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. You're my glove and drive a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire! Watch out, man! This man's got more soul than Lake Michigan.
Thanks for staying up later. We're spending this portion of the evening, I guess it's past evening time. What do we call this now? We call this late night, I guess, with a maniac. They call people from Maine maniacs?
Gee, that's a hard one to live up to. Yeah, from Maine. Right, maniacs.
Andrea Martin, ladies and gentlemen. What do they actually call people from Maine? What's the...
I think actually it is maniac.
Get out of here.
I swear to God, Bob, I'm not going to kid you in the first few minutes of the show. We got to establish a trust thing.
We do.
I swear.
If a rapport develops, good things will flow from it, I think.
Well, and hopefully another half hour. So
Yeah.
it's all working
She's
out.
already bucking for a second show here.
Please.
Are people from New
That
England...
and an agent. What?
Are people from New England naturally funny? Because I guess the stereotype would be of sort of terse, taciturn people.
Gee, what is a stereotype of New England? I think of the Kennedy family or something when I think of New England. I don't think of Armenians. Does that group come to mind?
Generally not.
No,
generally not.
no. So, let's see, an Armenian in Portland. There's actually a community of Armenian people, not as big as Fresno. I think of tennis, I think of hair bands, and I think of Vassar when I think of New England.
And when I look at you...
You don't see any of those.
No, I think of Edith Prickley.
You do? Well, gee.
Edith Prickley, the station manager at SCTV, a woman with a magnificent wardrobe.
Yeah, you know, as I was walking in here today, thinking I look really kind of feminine, attractive, the fellow at the door said, "Where are your pointy glasses?" I said, "I'm trying to change my persona." "Don't do it," he said. So I walked upstairs in the elevator. Is that what you think of, Edith Prickley?
Well, one of the things I think of. If Edith Prickley were running NBC,
yeah,
what would be the first move she'd make?
Make one entrance. Isn't it hard to get into this place?
Yeah, it really is.
Like
You got to run a gauntlet of security.
You do, don't you? Really, I would just, yeah.
You would
No
think
revolving doors.
You would think something worth
One thing you
protecting
push
was
through,
going on.
that's it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Easy to get your luggage through, wardrobe, come upstairs, call it a day. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
And would Edith then, you know, kind of clear Bob Costas out of here and get Libby Wolfson into the chair?
No, when she likes men. Edith? She doesn't
Edith
like
loves
men.
but Libby Wolfson, you know, would be the SCTV talk show host.
I love the way you're leading me into this.
I'm trying to set you. You're
That's
doing nothing here. You make it. Look, you don't understand. This is a nice rocking chair thing I got here.
Yeah.
I throw a softball over the plate. You knock it over the fence. Pretty soon a half hour is over with.
This is
You
it.
go out the door. I pick up the check, and then I go do a ball game on the weekends. Now, if you mess this thing up and make me work, I'm going to get very, very testy.
So let me get it. You say a character's name, and I'm supposed to break into it. All right, give it to me again.
Well, if you just want to do it that way.
Yeah, we're supposed to pretend. All right. Libby Wolfson.
Libby Wolfson.
Did you like Libby Wolfson? You
Libby Wolfson
are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You are so beautiful. What is is there a smell here, or is it, Bob, did, something, well, you're supposed to come back with an answer. What is this, a monologue
It's not me. It's not me.
What the hell? You might as well leave and I'll just go talk to the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm Libby's guest now.
All right. Oh, gee. Bob Costas, how are you?
Fine. It's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure.
Is it, Bob?
It is. I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I've seen you so often.
I'm going to lead you through it.
You are?
Are you married?
I am married.
In therapy?
I wasn't married in therapy, no.
No.
I was married in a church.
Oh, and he's a comedian. Isn't it something? Bob, what do you do exactly?
I've been trying to figure that out, but thus far it's worked.
Yeah. I think we make a good combo.
I sit here.
Mm-hmm.
I chat.
Mm-hmm.
A half hour goes by.
Very good.
Everybody's happy.
But enough about you.
Thank you.
You know, talk shows. They come, they go. But somebody who's staying here, who's come a long way to be here, is Mr. Bob Costas. He's my guest today, and after we come back from the station break, we'll talk to him. Are we off? Could I have the floss now? Because a piece of meat is stuck in my tooth, Bob, all during the talk. The fat part of the meat stuck in there.
With that white part.
It was very hard to talk to you. Mm-hmm.
Now, you asked me if I was in therapy. Dr. Cheryl Kinsey, if I needed that, if I needed that kind of therapy,
Yeah.
wouldn't she be the one to call apart or tear apart?
Dr. Cheryl Kinsey is a sex therapist, you know.
Yes.
Do you need that kind of help, Bob?
For the purposes of this bit, yes, I do.
Oh, it's not a bit. It's my career. You know, Bob, how many times have you asked yourself, where do the women go when I need them?
Constantly.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you should examine yourself and see if
Right
everything's there.
Right here, right now.
It's late night.
It's very late night.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do the characters come from? Are they all your own invention, or do you take other people's suggestions?
I
and then
take other people's ideas sometimes, too. I've taken, I don't know. I go to malls sometimes and look at people. Sometimes just a quirky thing that somebody does, like in a subway or something, sort of makes me sort of fantasize about what they're like. And just from that one characteristic, I don't know, I get something. Sometimes just under the pressure of the moment, you know, when I was doing improvisation with Second City. That's how Edith Prickly started. We were backstage and there were costumes there. In fact, that Edith Prickly jacket and hat was an outfit that Catherine O'Hara's mother had, and Catherine brought it to the theater. And we were doing a scene about parents and teachers, and I was playing a parent of a juvenile delinquent boy, Sebastian Prickly. And I was backstage, put the outfit on, came to the door. Catherine said, "And you must be Mrs. Prickly." I said, "That's right, dear, Edith Prickly. Prickly's a name, parenting's a game." Ha! And that's how the character started. It was really under pressure to think of sort of a woman that wouldn't have a child that was too much in control, you know? But now I don't really have that kind of opportunity to create things like that within that sort of generic form. Now I have to sort of sit and write them and think about...
Can you look at yourself in the mirror all of a sudden one day in a moment of inspiration and say, I can see, with just a little alteration somewhere in there, I see Indira Gandhi?
Thank you very much. It's very good to be here. After what I've been through, it's very good to be anywhere. Oh, stand back, Raoul Pundi, because you're going to get what you're going to get in me, just a little touch of Taqua Latte.
No.
Indira Azavita.
That's right. That was Indira Azavita, right.
But seriously, because you're so malleable in that way. I mean, you can become all of these different people, not just as, you know, in appearance. You can eventually come out the chute looking quite a bit like these people you're portraying.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that when I look at myself, because I don't really think I do look like different people when I do things, to tell you the truth. I think that maybe what you're identifying with is something, some grain of truth, something funny within that character that I can bring to it. I think I'm very limited by my looks, actually. I think I have very strong looks, and you know, for a long time I wanted to play Ingrid Bergman on the show, and I swear, you know, I did do her, but who are we kidding? You know, I looked more like Mother Teresa when I did it. So that doesn't stop me, to tell you the truth. You know, if I think something's funny, then I'll go for it, even though I might not look like the person.
But you got to have friends. The feelings are so strong. You got to have friends to make that day last long. I had some friends, but they're gone. Someone came and took them away, and from the dusk till the dawn, here is where I'll stay, standing at the end of the road.
get a day off?
Shop Eckerd's Looking Good half-price sale and save 50% on selected brand name cosmetics and fragrances. Just look for items marked with our half-price purple stickers. Thanks to Eckerd, looking good and saving has never been this easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Edith Prickley. Mrs. Prickley, what are your thoughts on this New Year's Eve 1983?
Listen, I'm going to tell you something, honey. When you get to be my age, 1 year's like all the rest. Except for you, you only get better.
Thank you, Mrs. Prickley.
What am I, chopped liver?
How much of what we saw as the classic SCTV bits through the years, with all the variety of performers, how much of that was spontaneous, where it would be, all right, we have the structure of the character, we know what the character does, we know what the background is, the audience is familiar with it, and then basically we'll just wing it?
Oh, not very much. Not on the television show. In the theater, yeah. Occasionally, you know, Joe Flaherty, who played Caballero, would improvise because it'd just be one little set, and we had to fill time so the camera would roll, and he was very comfortable with the camera. I did that quite a bit with Edith Prickley. But, no, I'd say generally they were very written. You know, we'd change lines together on camera, but it's pretty hard with cameras to be changing things constantly, especially with the schedule we had, which was 17 hours a day, 6 days a week. So we had to be a little bit organized, you know, as much as we could within a sort of disarray of improvisation. But, yeah, it was much more organized.
What was this contribution of yours to that Letterman Film Festival a couple of years ago? I remember Diane Sawyer had a piece, and I guess several people got a shot at it.
Bette Midler did. Michael J. Fox did. Michael Keaton did. And Catherine O'Hara and I did a piece on PMS.
Always a laugh-filled topic.
Well, you know, we tried to think of a subject for weeks, and we couldn't agree on anything. And Catherine actually, one day, it was like we had 2 days left to think of an idea, and she was like this, oh, God, I don't know. Oh, my God. I just can't think of anything. I just can't think of a thing. I just can't think. I have never suffered from PMS, didn't even know about it. And out of her pain came this 7-minute film on PMS. And actually, the process of writing it was the most fun. She actually wrote it because she understood it. And all I could do was say, really? That happens? Wow, that must really hurt. That was my contribution. Then we shot the film. And people have responded to that. I don't think women could talk about PMS and laugh about it until they saw this film, you know? And I've had calls from doctors, nurses, teachers doing seminars on PMS, and then it became a real issue and subject. Now there are pills out for it, and it, I don't know, sort of an innovative kind of a thing.
Yeah,
and I loved the film, and it was funny, too.
It was definitely uncharted comedic territory.
Boy, was it ever, sure, yeah.
Nothing hackneyed about jokes on that subject.
No, pretty original, that's right.
Hello, I'm Mary Marcus. And I'm Anna Champion. I'm sorry. And I'm Anna Champion. And welcome to PMS, the film. Let us first say we acknowledge the fact that menstruation is a taboo subject, and we have no intention at all of discussing it at present. It is a precious and mysterious and beautiful and terrifying and painfully inconvenient and very, very special but private part of a woman's life. What we do want to discuss is premenstrual syndrome, which occurs a week to 10 days before and only up until the onset a woman gets her period. Her friend. Curse. Not all women suffer from PMS. I can't believe I said that. We'll edit it out. But we who do, those who do, often suffer debilitating physical symptoms. We are concerned mainly, we better keep it in, the mental symptoms. Psychological disruptions that affects, not only the victims of PMS, but anyone who comes within a mile of us. So everybody out of my way. We are PMS victims. Hannah. Mary.
Are your parents still living?
Uh-huh.
Do they get what you do? Apart from being happy that you're successful and they can see you on TV and people know who you are, do they get it? Do their friends get it?
No. I don't think they do. They're really supportive. They want to get it. You know, they really want to understand. They're think it's hard for a father to see his little girl in leopard skin and glasses and not being really feminine, you know? Your father wants a daughter to grow up with crinoline skirts and be real proper and sweet and a lady and be a housewife and bring up children, and that's not what they got.
But I could just see somebody's, you know, Uncle Bert and Aunt Gertrude saying, yeah, I know it's supposed to be funny, but why don't you tell jokes?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Tell me a joke.
Right. I think my parents and my family really like it when I do things that are mainstream. When I did when I was on the Carlson Show, I think that to them was really making it. And
they think the Letterman show is like a cable show, right?
They don't see, yeah, that's right. Letterman is like SCTV, you know.
Yeah.
I guess some people like it, but who would they be? Late night bums or something would be up that late, you know? I don't think they even know you exist, you know. They're going to turn the TV off after Letterman, we know that. But this night, they'll be watching it.
Don't think it's over. It's just begun. There's no mistaking what I am. I'm not a chair.
Natural beauty. You can change your clothes to get it. You can change your hair to get it. And now, you can change your eye color to get it. Introducing Compliments from Durasoft, a revolutionary breakthrough in colored contact lenses. Compliments let you change your eye color to another color. Beautifully, naturally, more subtly than any contact lens available today. New Compliments from Durasoft, the natural eye color you've been waiting for.
Me and Joe were two of the most feared players in football. But now we want to try more peaceful pursuits, like fishing. We brought along some cold Miller Lights. The Light's not some watered-down version of a regular beer. It's a less filling beer that really tastes great.
You ready to try and catch a fish, Randy?
Okay, Joe, I'll go first. Hey, Fish, get in the boat! Boy, this fish is pretty easy.
It's no fish story. When it's Miller Lite, less filling tastes great.
Hey, that one's too small. Get out of here!
Palm Beach's ball game, highlight, highlight. Palm Beach's ball game, highlight, highlight. Celebrate the night tonight. Feel the heat. Moving with the white light. Get on your feet. The winning sweep. Palm Beach's ball game, highlight.
Palm Beach Highlight closes for the season this Saturday night, July 7th. Wherever news breaks, whatever it takes, Action 5 News is there for you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Laurel Fowler.
I'm Jim Sackett. On the night beat, no new water. The morning sun and fun, but then afternoon clouds and thunder showers. We'll get a rare treat tomorrow when Jack Nicholson...
Action 5 News at 11, the night beat.
I love you all. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have a great show for you. And it is my hope that before this evening is over, we will be celebrating not only the me and me, but the you and you. The you and the me and me and the you and you. Yeah, that's right. So, on with the show.
On the Showtime special, Together Again, the premise was that you'd had a nervous breakdown. And that allowed you to go off in different directions, welcome people back, some of them real, some of them fictitious.
Right. I guess I exaggerated my own life, you know, trying to put all the elements together, being a mom, having kids, a marriage, and the career, and my parents supporting me, and all that, you know, that, all things that were kind of close to me, but I needed to exaggerate it. To tell you the truth, we shot the show in not a particularly exaggerated way, so she wasn't really having a nervous breakdown. She was calling her friends, Andrea Martin, calling her friends back to celebrate the new her, you know. And I saw the show and I thought, geez, this is boring. What am I going to do? So we reshot the scenes on stage to make her really exaggerated to have had a nervous breakdown.
My favorite part of the whole thing was when you ripped Paul Simon off and brought in these bogus guys from South Africa, a la Graceland.
Yeah, gee, I like that too. That was, that made me laugh. The Robert and Mbutu singers, right? Now, you see, again, now did you think I was making fun of the singers? Did you think I was making fun of singers who take themselves very seriously.
The latter, and then
yeah.
also making fun of somebody like the exaggerated Andrea Martin, whom you were portraying,
That's
who
right.
would be so pretentious as to think that, like, she could give herself some artistic credentials by knowing somebody for 2 weeks and bringing them on stage.
Oh, how nice that you listen to those lyrics. That's really great. I love that. I love that piece. And I love you, Bob.
Thank you. I'm deeply moved.
I don't think you understand how much I love you for saying that.
Well, we have,
see, I'm desperate, really,
we have
for
time
any kind of attention.
We have time for an explanation, Andrea.
That was a funny piece, yeah. I went back to Africa, there to find my roots. Do you know the lyrics?
No, I figured you would. You'd be in a better position than I.
Went back there to find my roots. Thank God you edit this, because wouldn't this be a moment, you know?
I went back to Africa, there to find my roots. Though I'm not a native, I stood tall in their giant boots.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And the message that I learned there, underneath the incense tree, was that I didn't even have to go to Africa. I could have stayed right where I be. Oh, Africa, Africa, it was a marvelous 2 weeks.
Hello.
And then, hello, hi, how are you? That I visit ye, I'll bring my own in a peace.
Your movie Worth Winning opens around the country in late October. Mark Harmon's in it.
Mark Blum, Leslie Ann Warren, Madeline Stowe.
And what's it about?
It's about a man who makes a bet with his friend that he can propose to 3 different women and they will all accept. And it might sound male chauvinistic, but in the end, the women all get even. And I am one of the women that helped get the women who he's proposed to even back to him.
You're looking to foil Mark Harmon's narcissistic plan.
There you go. That's it. Right. Absolutely. So instead of playing the best friend, I am the wife of the best friend. It's a new thing. Stretch for me.
Honey, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why are you fixing Veronica up with Taylor? Who are you mad at?
I'm not mad at anyone.
Honey, Veronica is a talented, highly respected concert pianist. She's going to hate him. He's going to hate her. She's not nearly vapid enough.
Oh, Claire, as his best friend and as an expert on the human mind, I think it's in his best interests to have an atypical congregation with a member of the opposite sex.
You are pissed at him.
So, what are you doing after this?
Let me think. Today's Tuesday. Tuesdays I play peekaboo.
Hey, what's that guy eating?
New BK broiler. Flame broiled chicken. I hear it's fabulous.
Flame broiled, I like that.
Then there's the original Burger King chicken sandwich. Whole different taste.
So, what'd your dad get?
That's my mom.
Sorry, I still get those mixed up.
Chicken tenders.
So much chicken, so few teeth.
Hey, this is Burger King, so why do they have all this chicken?
Like they say, sometimes you gotta break the rules.
So that's what they mean by that.
Happy 4th, Buds and Budettes. Well, we're halfway through Bud Summer, which means it's time for our halftime extravaganza. Let's do it! Right now, you can get your own genuine Bud Raft. Whoa! Look for displays when you buy Budweiser. Whoa! And Bud Light. And Bud Light. And you can win a Bud labeled swimming pool. Whoa! Bud Summer keeps on rolling!
Nice raft.
What's a tycoon to do? As the Donald faces financial woes, this week's People lets you in on how a towering longing for money, power, and respect could topple Trump, the ego. This week, Trumpty Dumpty. People. That's what we're all about.
I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. We all scream for ice cream.
Yeah!
Thank you. Hershey's chocolate syrup.
Sure, at times I've thought about not sending my child support check. I have to make that check out to my ex-wife. Well, she and I don't get along. But this is my kid we're talking about. I may not live with her, but I'm still her father. I pay my child support every month. I'm proud of it. It's a chance to do something important for my daughter. That's something I wouldn't miss for the world.
time to leave. Would you just say see you later and we'll get out of here before we embarrass ourselves any further?
Oh, I'm on a roll. It's time to leave. And just to play it safe, I'm going to be relating to every camera. Good night. See you later. Thanks so much for watching. This is Bob Costas and Andrea Martin saying good night.
Good night. We've enjoyed it tremendously.
Where are you going, Bob? Bob,
the
honey.
show's over.
I'm here with the crew. What will I do?
Bye. See ya.
Oh, this has been fun.
So long. Bye-bye. Oh, jeez.
The one thing that the Today Show has and will always have, whether it was 17 years ago when I was first here or now, is that it's a family kind of thing. What I bring to the program is very